to see if you have a protein and moisture imbalance by doing the wet assessment test. And I feel that the wet assessment is something that if you're on a hair journey, you need to know how to do, just in case if you run across extreme breakage or you find yourself in a setback because your hair is breaking off and you don't know what to do with it. You don't know where to go. You don't know what products to use next or how to implement around your special needs of your hair at that moment. So in this video, I'm just going to show you guys, I'm just going to talk you guys through what I do for a wet assessment. Okay, so before I get started telling you guys how I actually do the wet assessment, I just want to clear a couple of things up and let you guys know that I do not perform a hair strand test on my hair. That's totally optional. You can perform the wet assessment on a single strand if you would like. But me personally, I really don't think that performing the single hair strand test is accurate, because you can't measure the level of stress you apply to your hair as an indication as if your hair has the proper balance of protein and moisture. By that I mean every strand of your hair can withstand a certain amount of stress, and when that stress level is overcome, the strand will break regardless of your protein and moisture balance. So there's no particular way of testing how tightly or strongly, or if you're pulling this part of your hair strand tighter than you're pulling this part. I really don't think it's an accurate way of telling if you have protein or moisture imbalance or not. So that's one of the reasons why I don't perform that test. And also the second reason is because of the stress level of any hair strand, and it'll break regardless of a protein moisture balance if you apply too much stress on that hair strand. So with that being said, I'll get into my method of how I do my wet assessment. Okay, so how I start off my wet assessment test, I start off with co-washed hair, or either I'll take my moisturizing mix and I will spritz my hair down and then detangle. Usually I detangle in 4 sections, as you saw in my previous video of the mohawk. I have 1 section right here, and 2 in the back. So I detangle each section one by one, and once I finish detangling my whole head, I will look in my comb and I'll compare that to how much I usually get, and then I'll go ahead and check my hair. When I'm checking my hair, I'm checking to see if it's mushy, if it's limp, and if it's mushy or limp, but just by the touch of it, I need more protein. That means I have too much moisture in my hair. That's one test. The next test that I do is to test the elasticity. And with this, I mean, once I stretch it, and if it stays there, I need more protein. That means I have a lot of moisture, but it's not as mushy. So I might need a light protein in that case. The third test that I do is when I get my section and I try to stretch it, and I notice that my hair isn't really stretching and it's rough, like a rough wet hair, and it's not really easy to detangle, then I really know that I need moisture. I need more moisture, and if it's not stretching like it usually does, I just need more moisture. And that's basically all that I do for the wet assessment.